Okay guys, so let's talk about string. So strings in JavaScript are used to handle, store, and manipulate text characters. So let's see some examples in our code. So in our code, I've created the JavaScript file and I've included it in the project, and we are going to be testing the outputting our test out inside this p tag. Okay, so let's go to the JavaScript, and this is how to get the elements with class name. Okay, so the first way to create is a JavaScript string is inside a double quote, and say and another way is creating it inside a single quote. So any character that goes inside the double quote, even if it is even if it is a number, it is a string. So, and the third way is by using the backtick, which is called template literals. And the backtick can also go in multiple line. It can goes in multiple line. And if we should try to move this to the new line, you see, it's going to give an error. Let's just do Ctrl Z and test out the first one. So let's test it out inside this output tag, the output p tag. Okay, let's go and reload the page. Okay, so see, I am a cool string 289, and the second one that was created with objects. So this one I created with objects with new string object. So avoid using new string objects. It will slow down your code. Do not use it at all to create strings. Do not use it. So this is the best way to create strings in JavaScript. Okay, so let's output that also. Okay, I forgot to save. Okay, so see that. So and the one that was created with template literal, which is the third one, I created it with the third string. I created with template literals, and that one, see, I am a string in a template literal. Okay, so you can also write HTML inside a template literal. You can write HTML inside it. Let's just wrap it with a p tag. So if you want to write HTML in JavaScript, the best thing to use is the template literal. So to make the string to show as an HTML, I'm just going to copy this. Okay, let me just copy it and paste it here. So to make it show as an HTML, I'm going to replace this as HTML, inner HTML. So let's load it. As you can see, this is now a string. Okay, and HTML. So okay, so there are some escape sequences in JavaScript which they are used to create like new line. So if I want to create new line here, so I can just write the backslash n. So that's new line. Let me save it and let me check out what that means. I'm just going to uncomment this, save, and reload the page. Okay, it did nothing. But if it is in the console, it's going to do something. But let's try the second one. Let's check out the second one. So which is the second string. Let's go the page. As you can see, that one went to the new line. So because this is an HTML, so that's the reason why it didn't go to the new line. So let's try changing this also to HTML. See, as you can see, it didn't go to the new line. So if it is a string, it will use the escape character. But if it is an HTML, you can only do that with the break tag. You can only do that with the break tag. Let's just do the HTML, inner HTML. Okay, let's load the page. I can see it's went to the new line. Okay, so you can just go on and play with the rest of the stuff. So there are some common methods in JavaScript to undo text. So I can just try to undo the length. To find the length of a string, you are going to use dot length. So I'm just going to copy this one. That's Shift Alt key down on Windows. So I'm just going to write dot length. Okay, no, dot inner text. Inner text. So that's going to be string 1 dot length. So save it, go and reload the page. I can see it is 26 characters. Okay, so that's how to find the length of a string, and how to concatenate two characters together. If you want to join two characters together, maybe you want to join the first character and the second, these two strings, you want to join them together. So you are going to use dot inner text. That's going to be string 1 concat with. So the first argument here is going to be, what do you want to concat it with? I'm going to concat it with a space and string 2. So there's going to be a space between the both of them. I can see I am a single quote, and both of them was concatenated together. Okay, so let's just split. It is used to split a string into an array. So you can split the string into an array. So I want you to go to the documentation to see more about to read more about JavaScript String. So that's the best way to learn in JavaScript, by going to documentation, by reading documentation. That's always helps a lot. And a lot of functions and methods that I can use in JavaScript, that I can use to undo strings. Now let's talk about regular expression. So JavaScript regular expression is it is used to test if, or to search if, a character or a word is in a text. Let me say, okay, for now I want to check if this hyphen is in the second string. So let me just copy this one and copy it down. Okay, so that's going to be string 2 dot text. Oh, sorry, dot. Let's try to replace. We are going to replace this hyphen here with another character. So we are going to replace it with dot replace. What are we replacing? We are replacing the hyphen. We are going to be replacing it with let's just replace it with this word. We are going to be replacing it with replace word. Okay, let's save it and let's go check that in the browser. So I'm just going to reload the page. Okay, so I can see it has been replaced. So if we do not replace it, let's see what the output is. I can see it is there, but after we replaced it, let me just press Ctrl Z. So you see it. Okay. So, and there's another thing, as I mentioned, regular expression. it is the short form is regexp. So the regular expression is used to check if a character exists in the word. If to search for a character, for a particular character, for words, if you want to search for words, characters, space character, type character, all those stuff, if you want to search for them, so it is you are going to use regular expression. So instead of this, we can use regexp. So we are just going to replace it with this. So we are going to search for this. So the reason why I put this forward slash in front of it is because I'm escaping it. So we are going to search for this, and we are going to replace it with replaced. Okay, let's just replace it with this forward slash. Okay, now let's go check that. As you can see, it has replaced it. So what the regular expression did was that it searched the whole string and looked for this character, and it was replaced. Yeah, so if you want to know more about regular expression, just come to the documentation here and search here regexp. Just search regular expression. So or regexp. So it's going to show you more about regular expression. And there are a lot of stuff that you can do with strings. So if you have any question concerning JavaScript string, just put it in the description of this tutorial.